Hello, everyone. In today's video, we're going to be showing you kind of a fun little way to defeat wake homing slash passive acoustic tracking torpedoes that you may not have thought of. So we have ourselves a lovely piece to 960 Skjold. This is a fantastically fast vessel. And the reason I picked this vessel is because I needed something that could move so I could demonstrate kind of the different pieces here that are going to go on. So we have way up here a lovely, this guy, this is an Akula. And what I did, of course, is I loaded it up with a bunch of wake homers. I have a 6576 and a 5365. We're going to be using the 5365 today to make it nice and easy. And what that torpedo does is it basically listens, tries to find itself, and then it starts to chase the ship by its wake. So I'm going to press Shift F1, go ahead and click on my Skjold here. Go ahead and click on that. Now, this shot, of course, the Skjold is traveling at 55 knots, which means when it goes to fire this particular round, you can't really aim at the target. It has to aim where the target is expected to be. So let's go ahead and pause real quickly so you can work out some of the geometry here. So this is the path of travel that our particular weapon is going. It's basically going this way. You can see it's got a pretty hefty intercept angle there. Of course, if we were any bit more in this region, we just have a slower torpedo. So it's going to take a long time for that torpedo to actually get to this particular position. So of course, you can see it's got its little happy acoustic detection cone here. It's pretty wide. And then we have our ship itself. Yeah, you can see exactly what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to stop the ship. So I'm going to grab my handy-dandy ship here. I'm going to order full stop. And what's going to happen here is we're going to be traveling from 55 and dropping all the way down to more or less 0. And what we can do, of course, at the last second is actually take a quick little turn to suck the last bit of energy out of the plane. Or not the plane, it's going to be, in this case, the ship. I'm used to having to turn like that for other reasons. So what we've done is, well, we've slowed down pretty effectively here. My torpedo is making its way. Remember, the torpedo is still trying to look for where I'm going to be. But as you can see, my Skjold is basically coming to a complete stop here. So we are way, way, way outside of that acoustic detection cone that you can see. But one of the things that makes these torpedoes sort of tricky to defeat is they don't give up. So what's going to happen is when it kind of gets to the end of its little, this is where I'm going kind of a thing like that, it's going to suddenly start turning all over the place desperately. Oh, look what it just saw. Is that something? Is that a target over there? And you can see it's going to come flying right at us because of that nice little snake pattern that the designers were smart enough to put in. So the question now becomes, is 1.5 decibels so quiet that the target will not be able to be struck? Now remember, this is a wake homing torpedo, so it's going to actually try to find the wake as well as the acoustic signature. And you can see it's doing some work here. It's getting somewhere. It's certainly got a pretty close angle here. My Skjold comes to a complete stop here and starts relaxing. The entire crew is basically going, I hope this works, Chief. I don't know what you've done, but I hope it works. So then we have this gigantic torpedo, and it sails. Oh no! Yeah, did not work. So then, of course, you're sitting there saying, "Well, that didn't work." So let's see. Why don't we turn into that cone a little bit there to make it so it's less likely to hit us? Well, we'll try that as well. We'll give that one a shot. All right, let's switch back to the other team real fast. Then we'll do switch 2. We'll do red. We'll do a shift F1, click on the target. We'll go blast it with a single 5365, and it's in the water. Beautiful. Press Control V here so you can kind of track the progress. So we're going to order a stop, and we're also going to order an emergency. Go this way. Oh, that ship would have listed so hard when we did that. So now what we've done is we've changed our course, and we're coasting. So we slowed down massively quicker than we did the first time we attempted this effort here. So here comes the torpedo one more time, and you can see we're just sort of hanging out. Missiles coming in, I should say torpedoes coming in. It's underwater missiles, really what it is. Now this time, of course, we didn't go as far in that direction, but notice, it got us anyway. And you can see it's homing in, it's looking for us. It could be anywhere, could be anywhere. Oh, it found us again. So that strategy did not work either. So now, of course, you're sitting there saying, so it sounds like just stopping is just not going to do it. Yeah, just stopping is not going to do it, especially when you're dealing with that particular type of torpedo. So what I'm going to do this time is I'll take the shot again. Take the shot. And this time what we'll do is instead of stopping, we'll time our stop after we've gotten ourselves out of the way. So let's see what happens here. So torpedoes in the water, which we expect. And I'm going to go ahead and immediately order a turn this way. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to pull ourselves out of the actual line of the torpedo itself. So remember, this torpedo is looking in that direction. So what I'm going to try to do is basically go opposite it and climb into it at full power here. And you just take advantage of the fact I can go 55 knots. Keep in mind, if we're like an Oliver Hazard Perry or something, this is right out. This just could not work. We're just not fast enough for this. So it accelerates. We're again pulling ourselves that way. The torpedoes are kind of sneaking up. And remember, it's going to do its snake when it gets to that point. That's enough. Stop. That's basically the sound it's going to make there. And we start slowing down immediately. Again, 40 knots, 19, 20 decibels is nothing. That's a very, very, very quiet. So here we go again. And again, you can see the little trail. It's going to switch over to its other mode right now. So it's going to start doing its snake pattern and it's going to try to find us. Oh, and there we are again. Had no difficulty tracking us down. Again, remember, this is a wake torpedo. Oh boy, I think we're about to lose another one. So theoretically, what should happen here is our wake homer should cross my wake and take a really, really tight left turn. Oh! I would say that did not work again. You can see it exploded me on. Although for the record, though, that was half a nautical mile is where I got exploded. So that torpedo has a very, 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 very specialized warhead, I suppose. So as you can see, that strategy just simply does not work. No matter how much of that I actually did would have actually achieved anything. So let's go ahead and switch back to the other guys again. And we'll load everything up. And this time we're going to fire a different type of torpedo. We're going to fire a conventional passive / acoustic torpedo. And I'll see what happens a little differently this time. So let's go ahead and grab this guy, Shift F1. You can see I also have the U set. These are pretty useful weapons here. These are pretty cool because let me go ahead and check my weapon magazine here. I want to make sure it's ready to go. Yeah, man. I did click you. I clicked you. I swear I clicked you. It's taking a moment. Now, one of the interesting things about the U-set torpedo, of course, is the fact that it only has a speed of 50 knots. And that means this shot can't be taken ever. And the reason it can never be taken is the fact that my ship here is traveling 55 knots, which means the shot is basically impossible. So what I'm going to do is I'll slow down. I'll be nice. I'll switch down to 45 knots. That'll make the shot a little bit more possible. Because remember, at 55 knots, there's no angle I can fire at that'll actually intercept the target. Just kind of one of those, it's not going to work. Try taking some arc tangents and you'll see what I mean. So Shift F1 again, click on him again, and we're going to go ahead and now we're skipping the wake homers. These things are just dynamite. So I'm double click that real fast. And of course, once we get a little bit closer into range here, we will take the shot. Let's speed up time just a tiny bit. There we go. That's a pretty clean shot, Chief. What are we waiting for here? Let's see here. Weapon is on magazines. No, it's not. It's out of DLZ range. So I'm going to go ahead and pull him down a little bit closer. There we go. Oh, I missed it. It's got to be in that one. There it goes. Torpedo in the water. So this is a different type of torpedo. This is a U-set. One thing you're noticing is it has a much bigger acoustic cone here, so it's listening already. The audience is listening. So we fired our leading shot there, which is exactly what we intended to do, and now we're just going to go ahead and experiment, see if we can get out of that range. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this way immediately, pop up flank speed. Forget that manual business. Let's go, 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 go. Come on, Skilled. Let's do it. Get us out of here. All right. And it's basically going to run. So basically what we're looking for here is we're looking for this thing to charge out of the cone of I can hear you before it gets into position. You can see these two are running parallel to each other right now as we desperately try to get out of there. Oh, I think we're going to get pretty clear here. And let's go ahead and slow down just in case. And give it a moment, give it a moment. And here comes the U set. It's going to start looking around right there. Boop. And there it goes, looking, it's listening. Remember, this is not a wake homing torpedo. And it came right around and locked right onto her. Oh, no. Oop, has it got us? It's got us. That is impressive. Go, 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 go. Let's see if does it still have us or does it think it has us? No, it's got us. It's definitely got us. So let's go ahead and swing this way. And we're going to go say, oh, it's wire guided. Ah, shucks. So one of the downsides here, of course, is we're going to run the torpedo out of energy, by the way, is because this is a wire-guided shot. Once it was fired, even though we missed initially, they just turned the torpedo right around, which made it so they could come running after us. That's not fair. What we'd have to do, of course, is close the torpedo tube, snap the wire, or the other thing we could do, too, is actually delete the ship. Let me get that all set up. All right, it is on. So our buddy the U-set is coming for us. I deleted the submarine that has the wire that could guide the thing. So now this is completely acoustic. We're not doing anything with wires here. So my Skilled, of course, is going to pick up some speed. And he's going to basically zip in that direction as fast as possible, trying to clear some distance there. And we're just going to keep an eye on the other torpedo as it's kind of making its progress. So we're going pretty hard here. This is a 55 knots. You can't get away with this with the Enterprise. But it's worth kind of showing you just how challenging this can get. So it runs, it runs, it runs, it runs, it runs. We're going to order full stop here, just on a freak chance. Full stop. And again, as soon as those motors cut out, we're just kind of a thing like that across the water as we start slowing down. All right, the use set, begin. So it's looking for things at this time. It's done a nice big old 180. It thinks it hears something. It's working. It's working. It's working. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Work that. Work that moneymaker. And it's just sort of sailing around. Kind of went to where we were a while ago. And that's it. Gotcha. So as you can see, no difficulty there in defeating. Of course, defeating. It's a new kind of word. It's defeating, but it's a torpedo. So basically, we were able to have no difficulty getting out of the way of this one because it lacked that extra, basically, homing in technology here. And of course, the question is always asked, what happens if you have a ship that has a decoy? Okay, now it's going to get complicated. All right, now things get a little more complicated. So we have a FFG-01. This is the Adelaide. This is a Perry. And one of the things this one is equipped with to make our lives a little bit safer is it has a torpedo decoy on board. It's got the Nixie, which is this really, really obnoxious thing that you basically drag behind you, which makes a ton of noise and makes it less likely to be detected as you're basically running from an actual specific target. Although as I'm looking through this one really quickly, let me go check I got the right one. Yeah, I was right. Right there, we got the Nixie. So the Nixie is a noisemaker, and the purpose of that, of course, is to make it less likely to get struck by a torpedo because the torpedo targets the wrong thing. So let's go ahead and grab our handy-dandy guy here. Now we're going to press Shift F1. Again, our Perry here is going full speed. So I'm going to fire one of these U-sets at him. And remember, these are the ones that require the passive and active track. The U-set is on the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to order a speed change on the Perry. I'm actually going to leave it at standard speed here. And what we're going to do is, this is fun to watch. It's like Space Invaders across my screen here. I noticed, by the way, that the Perry did fire its own torpedo. See how you like it. So, of course, these two are coming at each other pretty aggressively. That's probably the cleanest torpedo solution I've ever seen here. And normally, of course, we'd want to turn away from that torpedo as some sort of a desperate effort to basically put the Nixie in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and whip us around here. And what that's going to do is, remember, the Nixie is basically trailed behind us. And theoretically, our torpedo that's coming after us quite aggressively here should be like, Nixie, yummy. And it should go after that instead of our ship itself. Now, keep in mind, I'm doing 33 knots right now, so I am not going slow. And this ship's obviously making a ton of rackets, 127 decibels right now. And you can see it's got a pretty good lock on us, and it's coming after us. It's coming after us. There it is. It's got it pretty clean. Oh, boy. Come on, Perry. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Don't look behind you. Don't listen on sonar. Don't look at the thing in the water that keeps jumping out of the water. No, 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 no. And the test here is, does the decoy make a difference? Full stop. Let's go. Oh, no. It got us on the over-the-shoulder shot. So let's go take a look here at what actually happened. And this is kind of interesting. So obviously we got hit. We got hit twice, apparently. I'm not 100% sure how you get hit twice by the same weapon. Oh, it's just telling me this is impacted. My bad. So in this case, you can see my Nixie did nothing. It did nothing. And of course, unfortunately, bummer. So let's try that again. And we're going to use our original strategy here, basically the method of how would you design this in such a way that, let me just hit the brakes and see if the Nixie can do the job to protect us rather than the rest of the ship itself. So let's switch back over here, and I'll go ahead and grab our skilled and set everything back up. All right, so this time what we're going to do is we're going to take a shot with the missile, or the torpedo, I should say, underwater missile, good enough. And we're going to order the Perry to immediately go ahead and turn itself into the target, and we're also going to cut to creep speed here. So the objective here would be to desperately try to set it up so that our Nixie, which is our torpedo decoy, does all the work here, at the same time as we do the best we can to reduce the acoustic noise of our ship. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this Akula and I'm going to delete him. The reason being is he'll just order his wire to basically turn, and then our poor FFG-07 here is going to get slammed. So we're down to creep speed, which is not much. Like I said, we're just basically making steerage here, not going too quickly. And we're way outside of the acoustic detection range of this thing now. And you can see that it's basically going to keep on sailing here. 50 knots. All right, here we go. So what it's going to do now is it's going to switch to active track mode. And it's got a beautiful lock on us already. It's zooming in. Remember, we're barely making any noise. Oh, did you see how it was searching? It was listening for us, and then it heard us with just the side of our ship. So right now, it's going to be Nixie versus Torpedo here. We're barely moving right now. It's sailing in. It's a very clean shot. Oh my, that's a clean shot. Wow. Props to the torpedo manufacturer. They did a fantastic job on the tracking on that thing. Bam. Yep, that was going to happen. So let's go take a look here. Armor was penetrated. Scroll down just a teeny tiny bit. We identified the torpedo type at the last second. Props to the crew for being able to identify it. And you can see my Nixie it just didn't work. We did the best we could here. It had a 30% chance of succeeding. We rolled a 92 on a 30. And unfortunately, we're down another FFGO7. So as you can probably start to see here, a lot of these very, very tactical like twists and turns are just not working. And the reason they're not working is because of how effective these torpedoes are. You basically have something that's tremendously loud and big versus something that's very small and precision designed for this exact kind of purpose. So at this point, you're sitting there going, this just sucks. Do you have any recommendations? Like, I was hoping, after watching this video, I could be like, oh, I know how to defeat a torpedo now. I hate to say it, but the standard method is still the best method there is. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves our FFG7 again. We'll go ahead and order it to go this way. I'm going to do one of these. I'm going to go flank speed. And watch this. Control-Shift F9. I'm going to turn automatic evasion on. You'll get a kick out of this. Let's go put that on. It looks good to me. We're doing flank. Let's unpause. I want the parry. Of course, the parry's pointing in the wrong direction here. Gotta have him swing around here, line ourselves back up on course. He's going to pick up some speed. Go to red team here. Shift F1, click. And let's see here. We're waiting for another 8 seconds before we fire a set at him. That's fine with me. All right, speed up time. And the one's in the water. So now watch this. So again, everything's in automatic now. I'm not going to order him to do anything. Watch what he does. Actually, while we're doing this, oh, that's not the one I wanted. I want to Control F1. I'm going to go right there. We might as well fire a torpedo off the side. Hey, somebody's played some dangerous waters here. I like hazardous waters. That's kind of fun, too. And what I want you to observe here is this is the ship's automatic evasion procedure. What you probably observe is what does he do? He turns around and he sprints in the opposite direction of the torpedo that was launched at him. Now, do you see how he's doing this panicked 180 right here, which is going to get him killed? The reason he's doing that there's another one. What are you doing, my guy? What are you doing? Oh, there he goes. Now he's running. I like that little double zip there it puts on it. And now notice, the reason he's being absolutely chaotic here is because he doesn't have a good look at the torpedo that's launched at him. So he's doing this power donut, basically. Trying to identify where the torpedo is so that he can turn around. But every time the torpedo changes position, unfortunately, that also means, oh. Uh-oh. Run! See how you like it. You could see there that because he didn't have a good position on the torpedo itself, it didn't do any good for him. So let's try that manually this time. All right, torpedo in the water. Let's get out of here. Now this time what we're going to do is we're going to do everybody's favorite maneuver. And instead of doing those donuts with the automatic evasion mode, we're just leaving. Screw you guys, I'm leaving. Gotta go. Now the downside with the I'm just going to leave method, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out. That's kind of the thing that I want everybody to visualize here, is the fact that if our goal was to, of course, attack this guy over here, if I have a ship, not a ship, if I have a helicopter, he'd already be launched off the deck right now, coming to say hello and finish this guy off. But my new battle becomes, of course, can I go fast enough to basically outrun the torpedo? And what you're probably observing here is that torpedo is very, very, very in the mood to come see me here. And we're basically burning 33 knots here, desperately trying to get it away. I know your airplane instincts are kicking in here. You want to just do a 90-degree turn and get the heck out of here. That's not going to work for us. And the reason that's not going to work for us, is because if we do that, he'll just take a turn and cut ourselves right off. There we go. And you can see we made a little tiny course adjustment here. Little tiny course adjustment. Now you're probably sitting here going, that makes no sense. How come he's not following you anymore? Remember that submarine that fired that torpedo? Well, that torpedo is being still guided by a wire right now. The submarine crew was acting on my best position. It wasn't acting on my current position. So therefore, the wire actually backfired and actually enabled it so I could just basically take a turn and get out of the way and not have to worry about that torpedo at all. So as you can see, torpedo evasion is involved. It's not something that there's any guarantees to. There's so many different types of torpedoes out here. As the classic joke with submarine battles goes, it's two people doing a knife fight in a phone booth kind of a thing. And you can see if he fires a torpedo, I fire one too, and one of us are going to hit each other. Or what happens a lot of times in these kind of scenarios, you both end up hitting each other. But other than that, enjoy.